Why is the United States adjusting its entry policies, seemingly opening its doors wider to citizens of certain nations while maintaining stringent controls on others? The world stage is buzzing with significant shifts, and today, we delve into a fascinating development concerning U.S. visa policies, particularly for several Asian countries. Come the year 2025, individuals from a select group of Asian nations will find themselves able to enter the U.S. without the need for a visa. This represents a substantial change, prompting the question, why these specific countries? What distinguishes them from the rest, earning them this privileged access? This shift isn't arbitrary. It reflects a complex interplay of economic partnerships, security considerations, and geopolitical strategies. Some of the nations gaining visa-free entry are recognized economic juggernauts, boasting robust trade relationships and strong ties with America. Their economic stability and integration into the global market make them reliable partners. Others have distinguished themselves through the implementation of highly advanced security protocols and measures, which streamline the travel process and assure U.S. authorities of minimal security risks associated with their citizens. These measures often include sophisticated passport technology and thorough background check systems, facilitating seamless and secure travel. It's a dynamic situation with global implications, and we'll explore the nuances and underlying reasons behind these decisions. We'll break down which nations are on the list and examine the factors that propelled them into this advantageous position. Stay with us as we unpack this complex issue, and remember, we'll draw comprehensive conclusions at the end of the video. The world is constantly changing, and numerous significant events are unfolding across the globe. Our channel is dedicated to keeping you informed about the crucial political and economic shifts that shape our world. We strive to provide in-depth analysis and up-to-date information. To continue receiving these insights, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the like button. Your support is incredibly important for our growth and helps us reach a wider audience with vital news and analysis. We'd also love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. Your engagement helps build our community. Now let's consider the intriguing aspect of this policy shift. Here's a compelling detail. Not all of the nations now poised for visa-free entry were always part of this exclusive group. Some have been elevated to this status relatively recently. This raises further questions. What specific transformations occurred within these countries, or in their relationships with the U.S. to warrant this change? Was it a sudden improvement in economic indicators, a strengthening of diplomatic alliances, or perhaps advancements in their internal security apparatus that met the stringent U.S. requirements? Understanding these changes is key to grasping the full picture of evolving U.S. foreign policy and its impact on international travel. If your home country happens to be one of those making the cut, this news could mean you'll be planning your U.S. trip much sooner than anticipated, potentially simplifying travel for tourism, business, or family visits. So, stay tuned, because the details are fascinating and could directly affect you or someone you know. Let's meticulously examine the Asian nations set to gain visa-free access to the United States in 2025. Please make sure to watch this video until the very end, as we will be summarizing the key points and offering concluding thoughts on the significance of these changes in U.S. visa policy for Asian nations. Number 10 on our list is Brunei. Can you envision a nation where gasoline is more affordable than bottled water? A place so affluent that its inhabitants barely contribute through taxes. That reality exists in Brunei, recognized as one of Asia's wealthiest states, primarily due to its immense reserves of oil and natural gas. These resources have fueled its prosperity, providing a high standard of living for its population. With a populace numbering just slightly over 400,000, this compact kingdom is practically overflowing with wealth. Brunei boasts one of the highest gross domestic product figures per capita globally, a testament to its resource-driven economy. The nation's financial stability is undeniable, underpinning its unique socio-economic structure, where citizens enjoy substantial benefits funded by state revenues. However, the story gets even more extraordinary. Brunei's Sultan holds the distinction of being among the planet's wealthiest monarchs, residing in a palace reputed to contain an astonishing 1,788 rooms. This opulent lifestyle stands in stark contrast to the country's relatively low profile as a tourist destination. Despite this almost unimaginable affluence, Brunei remains one of the least frequented countries in Southeast Asia. Several factors contribute to this, including the nation's strict legal system based on Sharia law, which influences social norms and regulations. Furthermore, the nightlife is limited compared to neighboring countries, and the overall societal atmosphere is quiet and conservative, which may not appeal to all types of international travelers. These elements combine to keep tourist numbers lower than one might expect given its economic status. So, the pivotal question arises: why is the United States extending visa-free entry privileges to Brunei starting in 2025? The rationale is straightforward and multifaceted. It hinges on established diplomatic ties between the two nations, Brunei's consistent economic stability largely insulated from global volatility thanks to its oil wealth, and its remarkably low crime rates, which are among the lowest worldwide. These factors collectively present Brunei as a low-risk, stable partner for the U.S., meeting key criteria for inclusion in the visa waiver program. The decision reflects a confidence in Brunei's governance and security measures. But hold on, the next country on this list presents an equally compelling, albeit different, narrative. Wait until you hear about it. Moving to number 9, Taiwan. Consider this. This island nation is responsible for producing over 60% of the world's semiconductors. That's correct. The microscopic chips that are the brains behind your smartphone, laptop, and even your vehicle. Without Taiwan's contribution, the entire global technology industry would face unprecedented chaos. The reliance on Taiwanese semiconductor manufacturing highlights its critical role in the modern digital economy. Major tech companies worldwide depend on the output from Taiwanese foundries like TSMC. Any disruption to this supply chain could have far-reaching consequences, impacting everything from consumer electronics availability to advancements in artificial intelligence and high-performance computing. We are indeed talking about Taiwan. This high-technology island stands as a global economic powerhouse, characterized by one of the lowest unemployment rates across Asia. Its economy is highly developed, driven by innovation and a skilled workforce, particularly in the electronics and manufacturing sectors. But here lies a fascinating twist. Taiwan is not even formally recognized as an independent country by the United Nations, due to complex political circumstances and pressure from mainland China, which considers Taiwan a renegade province. This unique political status adds layers of complexity to its international relations. Yet, despite the persistent political tensions with China and its ambiguous international standing, Taiwan's economy continues to thrive and demonstrate remarkable resilience. The United States government clearly understands that Taiwan's strategic importance, particularly in the critical semiconductor industry, makes it too valuable to overlook. Its role in maintaining the global tech supply chain is indispensable. This recognition is a significant factor behind the decision to grant Taiwanese citizens visa-free access starting in 2025. And the impact of this existing relationship is already substantial. You might be astonished by the sheer number of Taiwanese visitors to the U.S. currently. Over 500,000 tourists from Taiwan visit the United States annually, injecting billions of dollars into American cities through spending on accommodation, retail, and various services. With the introduction of this new visa-free policy, that figure is widely expected to soar, further strengthening economic and cultural ties between the two. Before we continue exploring the list, a quick reminder. If you're finding this analysis insightful, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Doing so ensures you won't miss out on future content where we unpack complex global events like this one. Your subscription helps us continue bringing you eye-opening reports. Now, let's delve into a country whose global cultural influence might surprise you, even as it navigates its own unique challenges. Number 8 is South Korea. Can you fathom a place where high-speed internet access is essentially considered a basic right, almost like running water, and where food delivery drivers can bring meals to your doorstep in under 15 minutes? Imagine a nation where multi-billion-dollar technology corporations are as ubiquitous as local coffee shops. This describes South Korea, undeniably one of the most technologically advanced and culturally influential nations on the global stage today. Its rapid development post-war, often referred to as the Miracle on the Han River, transformed it into an economic giant and a trendsetter in various fields. But here's an important clarification. South Korea's global identity extends far beyond just K-pop sensations, addictive K-dramas, and the booming luxury skincare industry. While these cultural exports are significant, the nation also possesses a robust and booming economy, maintains a formidable military powerhouse status crucial for regional stability, and shares an ironclad alliance with the United States that stretches back for decades, forged during the Korean War and strengthened ever since. This multifaceted strength underpins its position on the world stage. And now, a significant development. Starting in 2025, South Korean citizens will be able to enter the United States without requiring a visa. This decision is rooted in the mutual benefits derived from the strong bilateral relationship. The economic advantages are substantial, facilitating easier business travel and tourism, while the strategic alliance underscores the security cooperation between the two nations. The benefits clearly flow in both directions, reinforcing the partnership. But here's the real twist, the unexpected element in this narrative. South Korea is home to some of the largest and most globally recognized corporations in the world, including powerhouses like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG. These companies are leaders in electronics, automobiles, and various other sectors, making South Korea a top-tier trading partner for the United States. The trade relationship involves a vast array of goods, dealing in everything from cutting-edge high-tech gadgets and consumer electronics to sophisticated military equipment and vehicles. In the year 2023 alone, the value of trade between these two allied nations exceeded a staggering $200 billion. This immense economic interdependence represents a financial connection that neither country can afford to jeopardize or neglect. Let's also consider the military dimension. South Korea's geographical location places it directly adjacent to one of the most unpredictable and heavily militarized regimes on Earth, North Korea. Recognizing the critical need for regional stability, the United States maintains a significant military presence, with over 28,000 troops stationed in South Korea. This deployment serves as a vital stronghold, ensuring peace and acting as a deterrent in the volatile Korean peninsula. Therefore, maintaining a positive and cooperative relationship with South Korea, ensuring its stability and security, is naturally a high priority for U.S. foreign policy. However, here's the challenging part: the stark reality beneath the surface of prosperity. Despite its remarkable technological dominance and substantial economic strength, South Korea is grappling with a severe internal crisis. Its birth rate is among the lowest globally. This demographic trend means fewer young people entering the workforce to drive the economy and support an aging population, posing long-term economic and social challenges. The South Korean government is actively scrambling to address this issue, implementing various measures, including offering significant cash incentives to encourage couples to have more children. Despite these internal demographic challenges, the United States recognizes the paramount importance of a strong and stable South Korea. A prosperous South Korea translates to a more secure and influential American presence in the strategically vital Asia-Pacific region. This understanding underpins the decision to grant visa-free access, further solidifying the alliance and facilitating closer ties. But if you find this interplay of economics, security, and demographics surprising, prepare yourself for the next country on our list, a nation that holds one of the world's fastest-growing major economies and is rapidly asserting itself as a global superpower. Number 7. India. Picture a nation where over 1.4 billion people reside. Yes, that figure represents nearly 1/5 of the entire global population. A vast and diverse country that's projected by many economists to overtake the U.S. economy in size by the year 2075. This is India, a burgeoning global superpower in the making, experiencing rapid economic expansion and increasing geopolitical influence. Its sheer scale and dynamic growth trajectory are reshaping global economic and political landscapes. But here's the crucial point. The United States recognizes that India is no longer merely an emerging market with potential. It has firmly established itself as a dominant force on the world stage. Possessing the fastest-growing major economy globally, India is a hub for technological giants, multi-billion-dollar startup ventures, and a massive, highly skilled workforce that is profoundly shaping industries far beyond its borders, including Silicon Valley itself. In fact, a striking statistic reveals that over 12% of startups in the United States were founded by immigrants hailing from India, underscoring the significant contribution of Indian talent to the American innovation ecosystem. And consider this potentially shocking fact. By the year 2025, India is anticipated to ascend to become the world's third-largest economy, surpassing established economic powers like Japan and Germany. This meteoric rise signifies economic power and influence that no country, including the United States, can afford to ignore. India's growing market, technological prowess, and strategic location make it an indispensable partner in the 21st century. But why is the United States now moving to permit Indian citizens to visit visa-free in 2025? The reasons are straightforward and compelling. It's about fostering business connections, enhancing educational exchange, and strengthening diplomatic engagement. The U.S. is already home to a large and influential diaspora of over 4 million Indian Americans, creating strong cultural and personal ties. Furthermore, the number of Indian students enrolling in American universities is at an all-time high and continues to climb. These students contribute significantly to the U.S. economy, pumping billions of dollars through tuition fees and living expenses annually, while also enriching the academic environment. And let's not overlook the technology sector. India serves as the operational backbone for countless U.S. companies, providing a vast pool of skilled engineers and IT professionals whose expertise keeps American businesses running efficiently and innovatively. Major corporations like Google, Microsoft, and Adobe are all currently led by Indian-born CEOs, a testament to the leadership capabilities nurtured within India. However, here's the inherent complexity, the twist in the narrative. Despite its impressive economic ascent, India remains a land of stark contradictions. Extreme wealth and deep poverty coexist, often side by side. Rapid urbanization, while driving growth, has also led to significant environmental challenges, including air and water pollution in major cities. Infrastructure development struggles to keep pace with population growth in many areas. Yet, despite these internal challenges, the United States views India as a crucial player in global politics and a vital strategic partner. This is particularly true when considering the need to counterbalance China's expanding influence in Asia and beyond. The shared democratic values and converging strategic interests make the U.S.-India partnership increasingly important for regional and global stability. Number 6. Singapore. How does a nation with very limited landmass transform itself into one of the most affluent places on the entire planet? Imagine a state where the sale and import of chewing gum are famously illegal, yet where millionaires seem to populate every corner. A nation known for its strict laws and pristine public spaces. That's Singapore, a compact island city-state that has defied geographical limitations to become an economic titan. Its journey from a developing nation to a first-world powerhouse in just a few decades is a remarkable story of strategic planning and efficient governance. But here's the interesting part. The United States isn't merely granting Singaporeans visa-free travel privileges starting in 2025 as a simple gesture of goodwill or just for leisure purposes. This nation functions as a formidable global financial hub, expertly handling trillions of dollars in international trade and finance. Its strategic location at the crossroads of major shipping lanes, combined with a stable political environment and pro-business policies, has made it a magnet for international corporations and investment. With its skyline dominated by ultra-modern skyscrapers, an almost non-existent crime rate contributing to its reputation for safety and order, and world-class airports like Changi consistently ranked among the best globally, Singapore often feels like a real-life science fiction metropolis, a glimpse into the future of urban living. And here's a fact that might genuinely shock you. Singapore's gross domestic product, GDP per capita, is actually higher than that of the United States, Japan, and even China. This statistic underscores the incredible economic success achieved by this small nation. How has it managed this feat? The country operates with the efficiency and focus of a well-run business. It actively attracts billions of dollars in foreign investment through favorable tax regimes and a highly skilled workforce, all while maintaining tight control over its economy to ensure stability and sustainable growth. And despite its diminutive size, Singapore possesses one of the most powerful passports in the world, granting its citizens visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to nearly 200 countries worldwide, facilitating global mobility for its people. However, there's always a catch, isn't there? Singapore consistently ranks as one of the most expensive cities globally to live in. The cost of living is exceptionally high. For instance, owning a simple car can cost upwards of $100,000, largely due to exorbitant government taxes and fees designed to manage traffic congestion. And housing? Forget about finding a bargain. Renting even a small apartment can easily set you back thousands of dollars each month. Yet despite these high costs, people from all over the world continue to flock to Singapore, drawn by one primary motivator: opportunity. The city-state offers high-paying jobs, a safe environment, excellent infrastructure, and a vibrant, multicultural atmosphere. The United States clearly recognizes Singapore as a key economic ally in the dynamic Asian region. American businesses heavily rely on Singapore's advanced banking systems, its efficient logistics infrastructure, and its strategic geographical position to effectively operate and manage their interests across the entire continent. This mutual reliance and strategic alignment are why the U.S. is further streamlining travel by allowing Singaporeans visa-free entry. But if you think Singapore's economic miracle and strategic importance are impressive, wait until you hear about a nation that rose from the ashes of total devastation to become a global economic powerhouse, known for its unique culture and technological prowess. Let's talk about it. Number 5. Japan. What if I informed you about a nation where citizens enjoy longer lifespans than almost anywhere else on Earth, and whose cities often appear as if plucked directly from a futuristic vision? A place where ancient temples stand serenely amidst neon-lit skyscrapers. That's Japan, a country renowned for its fascinating blend of deeply rooted ancient traditions and hyper-modern cutting-edge technology. It's a land of contrasts, where reverence for the past coexists seamlessly with relentless innovation. But here's the key insight. Japan wasn't always the economic and technological giant it is today. Following the devastation of World War II, the country lay in ruins, its economy shattered, and its future uncertain. Yet, in a remarkably short span of just a few decades, Japan underwent a miraculous transformation. It rose from the ashes to become the third largest economy in the world, demonstrating extraordinary resilience, determination, and ingenuity. This post-war economic miracle remains a subject of study and admiration worldwide. Today, Japan is the birthplace and home of some of the most globally recognizable and respected brands on the planet, including automotive leader Toyota, electronics and entertainment giant Sony, and gaming innovator Nintendo. These companies, along with many others, exemplify Japan's strength in manufacturing, technology, and design. And here's a mind-blowing fact for you. Japan has more industrial robots per capita than any other nation in the world. This highlights its leadership in automation and advanced manufacturing processes. Furthermore, it boasts some of the world's busiest and most efficient train stations, where iconic bullet trains, Shinkansen, operate at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour with near-perfect punctuality, showcasing its mastery of transportation technology and infrastructure. However, despite its undeniable technological dominance and economic strength, Japan is currently facing a significant demographic challenge. Its population is shrinking rapidly. With one of the lowest birth rates on Earth and an increasingly aging populace, the Japanese government is now actively implementing policies to encourage citizens to have more children, recognizing the long-term economic implications of this trend. The United States deeply understands that a strong, stable Japan is absolutely crucial for maintaining global stability and security, especially within the Asia-Pacific region. The U.S.-Japan alliance is a cornerstone of American foreign policy in Asia. This strategic importance is a major reason why the U.S. is opening its doors visa-free to Japanese citizens starting in 2025, further cementing the close relationship between the two nations. And there's another critical factor: military alliances. While Japan's constitution renounces war, it maintains one of the most advanced and capable self-defense forces globally. These forces work in close cooperation with the United States military to counter regional threats, particularly from North Korea and China, ensuring collective security in a complex geopolitical landscape. Now, before we move forward, don't forget to subscribe. It helps us bring you more insane facts and eye-opening content like this. Up next, a country so small yet so strategically important that even the US can't ignore it. Let's talk about it. Number 4. Israel. Envision a nation where military intelligence and technological capabilities are so advanced that they often surpass the defense systems of much larger countries. A state that, despite its modest size, consistently punches well above its weight on the global stage. At the same time, this nation is a world leader in technological innovation, driving progress in numerous high-tech fields. Welcome to Israel, a country that thrives amidst complexity, situated at the heart of one of the most historically volatile and geopolitically sensitive regions in the world, the Middle East. But here's the kicker, the core of its resilience. Israel, though small in geographical area and with a population of just over 9 million people, wields significant influence. The country has gifted the world groundbreaking innovations that impact daily life globally. Examples include the widely used navigation app Waze, the powerful Intel processors found in countless computers, and the sophisticated Iron Dome missile defense system, renowned for its effectiveness. These are merely a few examples of Israel's incredible contributions across diverse fields, ranging from advanced medical technology and pharmaceuticals to pioneering cybersecurity solutions and agricultural tech. And that's not the extent of its achievements. Israel boasts some of the finest universities globally, which act as magnets for top-tier talent from across the globe, fostering a vibrant ecosystem of research and development. Every year, thousands of Israelis relocate to the United States, pursuing educational opportunities and business ventures, thereby continuously strengthening the deep bonds between the two nations. This close relationship is one of the fundamental reasons why the United States has granted Israel visa-free access effective in 2025, facilitating easier travel and further reinforcing the strategic partnership. What's even more striking is that Israel doesn't just excel in high technology. It also leads the way in critical areas like agriculture, particularly desert farming techniques, advanced water conservation methods through desalination and drip irrigation, and cutting-edge medical research. Israel serves as a prime example of how a relatively small country can confront immense challenges head-on, emerging victorious time and again. It demonstrates an extraordinary ability to create opportunities out of adversity and to shape entire industries along its path of development, all while navigating a complex and often hostile regional environment. The nation's focus on innovation, education, and security has allowed it to build a highly resilient and dynamic economy and society. Before we move forward, make sure to subscribe. This helps us keep bringing you unique and insightful content that sheds light on the most interesting developments around the world. Up next, a nation so wealthy that its citizens practically live in luxury, and it's making waves in global diplomacy. Get ready for number 3. Qatar. What if I told you that there's a country where natural gas isn't just a resource, but practically the lifeblood sustaining its entire economy? And yet, despite its dependence on this single commodity, it skillfully manages to maintain a political influence far exceeding that of most larger nations. Welcome to Qatar, the diminutive desert kingdom that commands a massive global presence, largely thanks to its vast energy reserves and strategic diplomacy. But guess what? Qatar might be geographically small, but it's colossal when it comes to wealth. Thanks to its immense natural gas reserves, the third largest in the world, this nation boasts one of the highest GDP per capita figures globally. Its affluence is so pronounced that its citizens enjoy substantial state benefits and pay little to no personal income tax, contributing to an exceptionally high standard of living. In fact, Qatar's sovereign wealth fund ranks among the largest in the world, holding assets valued at over $300 billion, which it strategically invests across the globe, further amplifying its economic reach. Here's something that might surprise you. Qatar has adeptly positioned itself as a central hub for global diplomacy and mediation. Leveraging its wealth and strategic location, it often plays a key role in resolving regional and international conflicts. Furthermore, through its influential Al Jazeera media network, the country has carved out a significant spot on the world stage, shaping news narratives and influencing political discourse across the Middle East and far beyond. But that's not all. Qatar is also an active and ambitious player in the realm of global sports, demonstrating its capabilities by hosting massive international events, most notably the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which brought unprecedented global attention to the nation. And here's the real shocker. Qatar's ruling elite have strategically utilized the nation's immense wealth and extensive investments to cultivate and solidify relationships with major Western powers, prominently including the United States. These relationships span economic, political, and security domains. But guess what else? Despite its compact size, Qatar's strategic location within the Persian Gulf region makes it a pivotal partner for the United States in critical areas, such as military defense cooperation and ensuring regional energy security. The U.S. maintains a large military base in Qatar, Al Udeid Air Base, which is crucial for its operations in the Middle East. This deep strategic alignment is a key factor in the decision to grant Qataris visa-free access to the U.S. in 2025. Now, before we move forward, make sure to subscribe. We're bringing you the most shocking insights on the countries shaping the world. Up next, a country in Southeast Asia that's rapidly becoming a tourist haven and is now making waves with its booming economy. Get ready for Number 2. Philippines. Imagine a nation composed of over 7,000 islands, creating some of the most breathtaking beaches and showcasing the warmest, most welcoming smiles you might ever encounter. A country celebrated for its unique, vibrant culture, exceptional hospitality, and impressive economic growth within a region that is often underestimated on the global stage. This is the Philippines, an archipelago nation that is fast emerging as a significant global player, particularly in tourism, business process outsourcing, and increasingly, technology. But guess what? Despite its undeniable natural beauty and the inherent charm of its culture, the Philippines has historically faced and continues to navigate some serious struggles. With a large and rapidly growing population exceeding 113 million, the nation often contends with challenges related to political instability, vulnerability to natural disasters like typhoons and earthquakes, and significant levels of poverty in certain regions. Infrastructure development also remains an ongoing challenge across its many islands. Yet despite these hurdles, the Philippines has consistently demonstrated remarkable resilience and a dynamic spirit. Here's something potentially shocking. The Philippines stands as one of the world's largest hubs for call centers and business process outsourcing, BPO. Millions of Filipino workers provide essential customer service and back-office support for global corporations, making the BPO industry a cornerstone of the national economy. But the country's economic story isn't solely about outsourcing. Its burgeoning middle class is making a substantial impact on domestic consumption and economic growth, while the thriving tourism industry attracts visitors from around the globe, bringing in billions of dollars annually to showcase its stunning natural landscapes and rich cultural heritage. What if I told you the Philippines is also becoming a notable player in technology and innovation? More and more tech startups are emerging, particularly in Manila, establishing a growing tech ecosystem. Concurrently, the country is successfully attracting increasing amounts of foreign investment, signaling confidence in its economic future. And despite historical economic challenges, the Philippine peso is demonstrating growing strength and stability in international markets. But here's a fascinating curveball. The U.S. government is now extending visa-free access to Filipinos for the first time, beginning in 2025. This significant policy shift acknowledges the Philippines' growing economic ties with the U.S., its strategic importance in Southeast Asia, and the strong people-to-people connections fostered by the large Filipino diaspora in America. With the Philippines establishing itself as a key player in global trade and regional dynamics, the United States is making travel easier for Filipino nationals, recognizing the nation's increasing influence on the world stage. Stay tuned, because next, we're going to explore a country with a rich history and economic transformation that's now a growing player in Asia. Get ready for Number 1. Malaysia. What if I told you there's a nation where diverse cultures, incredible culinary experiences, and advanced high-tech industries converge in the most exciting and dynamic ways? A country once primarily known for its vast rubber plantations, now boasting some of the most modern and cutting-edge cities in all of Asia, complete with iconic skylines and bustling economic activity. Welcome to Malaysia, a nation that is rapidly ascending as a top destination for international investment, tourism, and technological innovation. But here's the truly shocking truth. Malaysia's path to its current success wasn't always straightforward or easy. Decades ago, the country grappled with significant challenges, including poverty and the complexities of forging a national identity from its diverse ethnic and religious groups. However, through strategic planning and sustained effort, it has achieved remarkable progress. Today, Malaysia stands as one of the strongest and most dynamic economies in Southeast Asia, demonstrating impressive resilience and adaptability. Its key industries are flourishing, from sophisticated electronics manufacturing, positioning it as a crucial part of the global tech supply chain, to significant petroleum exports fueling its growth. These sectors are booming. They are major contributors to the country's substantial $400 billion economy, showcasing its successful transition towards higher value-added industries. What's even more surprising, despite being an Islamic-majority nation, Malaysia is widely recognized as one of the most religiously tolerant and multicultural places in Asia. It hosts vibrant and thriving communities of Hindus, Buddhists, and Christians who coexist peacefully, contributing to the nation's rich cultural tapestry. Its capital, Kuala Lumpur, is a dazzling metropolis, a vibrant hub filled with towering skyscrapers, like the Petronas Towers, luxurious shopping malls offering global brands, and an incredibly diverse street food scene that reflects its multicultural heritage, attracting millions of tourists and business travelers each year. But here's the kicker. Malaysia is also rapidly transforming into a significant hub for innovation. Supported by government-backed initiatives aimed at fostering a knowledge-based economy, it's becoming one of the leading digital economies in Asia. Foreign investments are pouring into the country at an unprecedented rate, drawn by its stable political environment, skilled workforce, and strategic location. You'd be genuinely shocked to learn that Malaysia is now emerging as a global tech player. Homegrown companies like the budget airline AirAsia and the state-owned energy giant Petronas are putting Malaysia firmly on the global map, competing internationally and driving economic diversification. And guess what? The United States recognizes Malaysia's growing stature. Viewing it as a major trading partner and a stabilizing force in Southeast Asia, the U.S. is acknowledging its importance, which is why Malaysians will soon enjoy the benefits of visa-free access starting in 2025, further strengthening bilateral ties. We've taken you on a journey across Asia, showcasing countries that are shaping the future with incredible growth, rich histories, and strategic importance. From the innovative Philippines to the wealthy Qatar, each of these nations is making waves in ways you may have never imagined. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to stay updated on more eye-opening content. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends so they can learn just how much these countries are changing the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.